Hey everybody, before we get into the episode, I would like to do this plug really quickly. Our friends at Craftissimo on Taiping Shangwan have been running for about 12 years. And if you have been listening to the podcast, you know we plug their anniversary every year. So now is the time. Craftissimo is coming into its 12th year, this Saturday, 26th of April. At Craftissimo, you can buy anything in the fridge and get a beer on tap for the entire day. Food for Embla as well. So Embla, if you don't know, in Shangwan is like one of the really fancy little neighborhood restaurants that is Scandinavian, I believe. I've never been there because it's so expensive. But for some reason, Craftissimo and Embla have collaborated together. So Food for Embla as well. If you've never been to the restaurant, you will finally get to try their amazing food at Craftissimo. So if you're at the anniversary party on the 26th of April, Saturday, you get to try the food from Embla as well. Also, new merch will drop from Craftissimo. The event starts at 1 p.m. and it will run all the way until 9 p.m. Craftissimo says, bring your thirst and your appetite. Now, let's get into the show.
So I reiterate here, the bill is dead.
The story of this great city is about the years before this night. We are free!
I think a lot of the stuff I do, it's what I said earlier, been selling beer for 10 years in Hong Kong.
Why do you sell beer? And by the way, we are live. Well, not live as in people watching,
okay.
But
Yeah.
I decided to do something a little different today since you're also a friend, which is to just start recording in the middle of a conversation, see how that goes.
Also, like I said earlier, we've been neighbors for 3 years.
Yes.
This is the first time I've come to your place.
I did actually catch your Wi-Fi from here. I don't have the password. I should probably get it.
You bastard. Do you know what my Wi-Fi is called?
It had your name on it. That's how I knew.
Oh, that's probably my TV.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe I should hack into your TV
Please
and... All right, hey everybody. It's a new episode of Oh Hong Kong. I hope that wasn't so weird for you. I think I would enjoy it if you just like walk into the middle of a conversation. So I'm sitting here with my buddy Eshan Arif. I will get to him in a second. But just so you know, Vivek is still away. He is in Australia. I think he just finished a tour in New Zealand. He is still doing the post-production on this, which is very cool, given how busy his schedule is. Over here in Hong Kong, we just wrapped up the Jiaoying Summers tour shows rather, and some of you I recognize some of familiar faces, people who listen to the podcast. So I know people listening came to the show. And there's a lot of interesting stuff. I think what I decided to do with this one is I have to wait for Vivek to come back because I would really like his insight. And also, given our dynamic, I think it would be better. And obviously, he will come back with a lot of stories. So we're just going to have to wait for this full story for May when Vivek comes back. However, there is also some technical issue that happened, and you guys know that I'm a little bit dumb when it comes to running this stuff, which is why Vivek is the guy who's doing it. So the episode with Garen Chu came out great. The Patreon episode did not come out at all. Not great or not, it just did not come out because I messed up. I don't know what happened. So I was supposed to record another one and just release it. I was going to just do it by myself, basically. And then I got busy with the Jiaoying summer shows. So what happened is that I didn't record a Patreon episode at all, and I'm so sorry for this. However, if you're on Patreon, and by the time you listen to this, I did record now an episode that is on Patreon, and it does go a little bit into some of the details I wouldn't honestly be comfortable talking about publicly on a free episode. So if you are on the Patreon, you can get a lot more, and it will just be me ranting. Think of Bill Burr, basically, but way less funny and way more angry, because he chilled out now. I am very mad. So you'll just get that unfiltered rant of the story of this week, and then on the public episode when Vivek comes back, I will be telling the full story in more detail, but also bouncing with Vivek. So that's all we have right now. The backstage comedy shows are on hold for a couple of weeks for reasons that you can probably get from either the Patreon or when we do the public episode, you'll understand. We will be back around I'm hoping for the 3rd of May, if not definitely 10th of May. Then we'll have all our things in order. Now let's get to our guest. Back to Eshan. Eshan, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing great, dude.
So, I don't really like to do the whole like tell us about yourself, but now that people got a little bit about you, I think people mostly recognize you by either the Dead Poets, which is your bar,
Yep.
or the Quizmaster, right?
Yeah, those are two of the things I actually do. My day job for the past 10 years has been beer.
Are you a brewer or like what did you do?
I sell beer. I can't brew for shit. I always joke with the brewers that they can do my job, I can't do theirs.
Right, yeah. It's a lot of chemistry to it, right?
It's basically being in a huge lab.
Yeah.
Even the brewers I've worked with in the past, they've all been chemical engineers.
Right, yeah.
They nerd out way too much. My job is to take whatever they do.
Shout out to my buddy Kareem, and also one of our OG listeners, listens every week, listens to Patreon, huge follower of the podcast. He is a big beer nerd.
Okay.
And he lives in Shanghai. Next time he's in town, he nerded out with Akil at Craftissimo many times, to the point that I have to
Akil's
be like,
best. Yeah.
I'm like, Kareem, Akil has work, please stop.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I imagine that it's a kind of a rabbit hole, right? Like a lot of stuff.
It is. I actually kind of got into it accidentally. I think 10 years ago I was still in uni, and a friend of a friend at the time was hiring for this company, and I was still in college, and I said, I know nothing about beer, I'll come work part-time.
Did you grew up in India, yeah?
I grew up in India and in Hong Kong. Most of my, I think, adult life I've been in Hong Kong.
And your family, when did they come to Hong Kong?
1994.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. So I
What was
remember-
the reason for them moving here?
Just like any immigrant parents, they wanted to get out.
And what industry were they in?
Funny enough, my mom made all our passports. She had a job at the Indian consulate at the time.
Huh.
So in 94, all the passports were still handwritten.
Yes.
So my
I still
first
have one of
passport-
those.
So-
it's
so
not
do I.
active, but yeah. You have one as well.
My mom wrote my passport.
That's
and
amazing.
She's the one who laminated it for me to get on a flight to get to Hong Kong. I still have those passports.
Would it be was there ever a situation when your mom like takes work home and then she's just sitting on the dining table just laminating passports at home?
I think even back then there was some security issues. I don't think they let you take passport home.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, she worked there for a couple of years. She also worked at Wendy's part-time back then.
You guys have Wendy's in India?
No. I was just in India last month.
Yeah.
And every time I go, I visit once a year.
Yeah.
But every time I go, there's always something new.
Right, yeah, okay.
Especially the city, Bangalore, it grows at such a scale
Yeah.
and so rapidly. That
Is it
I can't
as
keep up.
fast-paced as Hong Kong, you think?
Oh, yeah. Like
Really?
on steroids. But there's also a billion people in the country, right?
Of course.
So, and a lot of young people are getting very rich.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of new stuff coming up.
Yeah,
back to
startups
back.
and whatnot.
And some of the stuff I saw on this trip is just blew my mind. Like some of the really cool restaurants and bars I went to. This could be anywhere in the world.
That's so cool.
Like high quality stuff.
Man, I would love to visit.
Oh, it's just beautiful. And with Bangalore, everyone talks about the weather. It's obviously global warming. Things are getting warmer.
So is it just like kind of sticky?
No, Bangalore's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Even
Where's
during
Bangalore?
the-
I'm dumb. Where's Bangalore?
Bangalore's in the south.
Okay.
So it's one of the biggest cities. So you
Is
got
that where is
Bombay,
it in
Delhi.
relation to Goa?
So Goa will be on the east.
Yeah.
So you go further down. I think by road, Goa would be about 12, 14 hours. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the geography.
But yeah, okay. So you grew up, and we are obviously friends, so I know a little bit about you. Like you grew up in a Muslim household.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
How did that not affect, but how did that rationalize in your head starting to work with alcohol? Because I have also something similar, doing stand up and being surrounded by alcohol and stuff. But you're the
at the
guest.
time. So my family is actually kind of like my parents eloped and got married. So my mom comes from a very Hindu household from South India, and my dad's from a very traditional conservative Muslim family. So they fell in love. They ran away. Mom's side of the family, they're all just mad fucks. Like they're insane. They're super
like
fun.
nationalistic or
No, they're just fun-loving people.
Oh,
very
fun-loving.
chill.
Okay, wow.
They travel the world. Well, my dad's side, they're very, stick with your roots, stay in
Sure.
India kind of
Yeah.
thing. My dad now, even though he's Muslim, he doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Doesn't constantly tell you to do things. He's
Right.
like, just leave me alone, let me do my thing.
Yeah,
I won't force you to do it. So I'm not that religious.
Yeah.
But obviously
You're not? No way.
No, fuck that. But there's also a little bit of that respect because the family
Yes.
does it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's also like you grew up around it, right?
yeah,
Like
you
it's
know,
just like
you can't just completely ignore it. or
Yeah.
start
Yeah, I
talking
remember a
shit
couple of
about it.
years ago you were doing like a Ramadan thing in your house and stuff. Like
Yeah,
you're still
yeah.
like
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the cultures I think about is just food related, right?
yeah.
So every
Yeah.
time I go to India, it's like, oh, food, biryani, fuck yeah, man. Like,
Yeah.
eat
But it's actually
biryani.
interesting. Like we're recording today right after you dropped your dad off to the airport, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, man, what a wasted opportunity. I would want to hear from him about how the whole
Yeah.
because obviously the tension between Hindus and Muslims, and I'm sure you can also tell me, but I wanted to kind of hear it from the
Yeah.
horse's mouth. Like, what is that like? Especially back then, it was like what, the 60s or the 70s when he like ran away.
I think it was probably the 70s, late 80s.
Yeah.
My parents are still quite young-ish.
Yeah.
Comparatively. I think my dad's like 64 at the moment.
Yeah.
63, 64.
But what was that story like? Like what do you know about it? Like
I mean,
them
I know
running
that
away.
my mom's family was very against it. So my
Yeah.
granddad basically disowned her
Mm.
for a while. It's only after my sister was born. I have an elder sister.
Yeah.
It's only when she was born that they kind of melted and said,
Yeah.
all right, fine. And my dad was really good to my grandparents. So they absolutely loved him. And
Yeah.
it kind of mellowed out the whole Muslim thing.
Yeah.
Things were peaceful until when I was, I think, 15, 14, when my parents split up. Not because of religious thing. It was just
Right.
a lot of personal shit
Sure.
going on.
Yeah.
They both had different ideas on how their life should be. And their kids had grown up and they didn't have to
Yeah.
take care of their kids
Yeah, yeah.
anymore. So me and my sister were just off. But since then, I mean, we don't, at least with my dad, I don't openly talk about a lot of things I do.
Mm.
There's this mutual respect.
Yeah.
But there's
I
also
have
a
the
little bit
same
of
with
that
my mom.
ignorance.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, I know what you're doing, but I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, because they know also you're here.
Yeah.
They're familiar with Hong Kong, right?
True,
And they're
yeah.
like, they know you're here, you're doing well. If
Yeah.
you're, I think if you're like surviving in Hong Kong and not homeless on like
Yeah,
like a self-employed thing or whatever, you're doing great.
Yeah. I mean,
So it's obviously a brutal city.
I've known a lot of people. I mean, I would have also come pretty close to being homeless at some point in my
Oh
life.
yeah, me too.
Right?
Yeah.
Everyone's had that story.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I think, no, we're extremely privileged and very lucky.
How does I'm very fascinated by your parents' story because I didn't even know about it. Like
Yeah.
even though we're friends, how does the whole the Muslim Hindu thing play into the politics of the family now, even if they're
Yeah.
split up?
No, it really doesn't.
Yeah.
I think they're, at least where I come from in Bangalore in South India, there's a little more of acceptance and everyone's sort of like friendly enough.
Yeah,
But obviously everything you hear in the news, it is the situation of the country, but generally in our family we're quite like open, very chill about it.
Yeah.
My mom's side of the family and my dad, everyone gets along.
Yeah.
Even though they've been split up for so long.
right.
I haven't seen them in the same room for many, many years, but they still buy gifts for each other. And there's
Yeah.
still a lot of cute things that they do for
Yes,
each other,
yes.
even though they're not together.
Yeah,
There's obviously that respect
yeah,
that we have. Me and my sister are quite close with both my dad and my mom
Right.
on either sides.
yeah,
It's just a different relationship. My mom knows everything I do.
Right.
And I think it's just having breakthroughs and opening up with my mom a couple of years ago that changed it.
Mm.
So now just talk to her like she's a mate.
Yeah.
We like goof off a lot.
That's
And,
awesome.
She doesn't drink that
Yeah.
much. We don't go out that much, but she knows everything I do. She knows where I work. She knows
Yeah.
about the bar.
So going back to work, what you didn't have any beer experience
No,
when you
not at
started.
all.
What was your background?
Fucking zero, man.
No, but what did you study?
Well, so first I went to film school. Then I did business school for 2 years. And then when I moved back to Hong Kong in 2014, I just quit my job in Bangalore when I was staying at the time. And my mom's like, I think you should go back to college and study some more.
Yeah,
Because, I couldn't afford to get a job and pay rent.
yeah,
So I went to HKU, studied communication and politics.
Yeah.
With Chinese history as one of my... like,
So you said a lot of stuff that I think the only thing that is relevant now to your current job is business. Everything else, I
even
guess
that.
film school too, because there's some
little
acting,
bit.
right?
A little bit. I consider my job as an act. It is putting on a face.
Which job are we talking about here?
The beer job.
Yeah.
I think doing sales in Hong Kong, you put on a persona and people get used to the way you are, and you have to be that person.
I remember that interacting with you at Better with Beer,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
were so much in that character.
Yeah, you have
that
to
I
be.
actually just hung around and I just watched you because I'm not saying it's obviously not you. I know it's you, but it's like you at work,
Yeah,
you in
yeah,
your
yeah.
office.
It's my work persona.
It's your work
Yeah, it's
persona.
my-
And it was like really
It's my
fascinating.
alter ego.
Yeah.
No, but it's fun. I think after a while you just get so used to it.
Yeah.
And it just comes naturally, and it's subconscious. You don't think about it. It's only when people point it out you go,
Yeah.
"Man, your voice changes when you're at work." It's only then you realize that, oh shit, am I doing that?
Yeah.
But over time you realize that you do need to have a certain persona. You need to have. I wouldn't call it arrogance, but you need to be a little cocky, I think.
Yeah,
Especially
I mean,
when it comes to sales.
when it comes to sales, for
yeah.
sure, and also if you are in such a cutthroat market like F&B in Hong Kong, you need like my theory based on very little information
Yeah.
is that you need to kind of like people sometimes in a lot of bars around here people come for the person.
Yeah, true.
I don't know if you can
No, it's
agree
true,
or not. Like
100%. Yeah.
Beckley, for example.
Yeah.
Beckley is a character.
It's a
like people
personality,
go
yeah.
to see Beckley, hang out with
100%,
Beckley,
yeah.
and like everyone loves her. I love her.
Yeah.
It's like I want to go where she is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if her presence is just so
Yeah,
big.
that's what she's. I like to say, apart from what experience she has, she's
Yeah.
just a fun person to hang out with.
Exactly,
And that's why
yeah.
people like being around her.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's something that if you see it long enough and you see people you admire, you kind of want to be that person where you
Yeah.
want people to be comfortable around you, and
Yeah.
you want them to be like, oh, I want to go where this person is, right? Just
Did you
like
have
yourself.
earlier iterations of that personality that maybe I
A
missed?
few people I still admire to this day that I still hang out with. One of them is Pat from The Globe.
Yeah.
When I first joined the industry as well, there were just very few people who were just kind of there. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
say, even now, to point, Pat's a very close friend of mine. But
Yeah.
if I tell him, hey man, like you actually helped me out, he'll be like, I didn't do shit. But it's just recognizing how these people actually impacted
Yeah.
what I would do at the time. And again, I was like 25, 26 at the time. I had no idea what I was doing. I was still in college, but meeting people like that. And also there's another person called Shanel, who had a beer distribution company called Taipan. And then Toby, who'd started The Globe as well. I had conversations with them, and they were very supportive. And I was like, "Fuck, I want to be around these people. It's
Yeah.
so cool, you know." And I still hang out with them, and now they're like my closest friends, and we travel together. So there's certain points in my life where I still think like, "This is so cool." I'm hanging out with Pat.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you just like kind of come back to like that first like
Yeah.
childish kind of like admiration. It's like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
yeah.
we're friends now.
True,
like we
yeah,
don't have
and,
to.
And most of the conversations we have, we do goof off a lot, but there's always learning on both sides. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'll say something, and
Yeah,
either Shane will be like, "Oh, I didn't know about that," and it's so interesting. So it's that kind of dynamic that I look for in people when I see them.
yeah. How did the Dead Poets? We're talking parallel to
Yeah.
Dead Poets, but also the quizmaster thing, because that's also really interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Like obviously it's in the F&B space
Yeah.
mostly, but it's such a different skill.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would agree if it's different skill or similar to like sales in a way.
I think it's similar enough. Also, the quizzes started because of Pat as well. It
Right.
was at the Globe, and it was during COVID. And he said, "Do you know anyone who can host quizzes for me? Things have been quiet." I said, "I'll do it."
Yeah.
Uh,
Just for the fun of it.
yeah, sure, why not? And he said, "Yeah, I'll pay you." And I was like, "Oh, I'll do it even
Oh,
more
shit.
now."
Yeah.
So it started off a little bit like that. I've always been into quiz shows and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I thought it would be interesting.
I used to go to the one at Flaming Frango's, and there's a gentleman.
Chris
Is that
Bujwani.
brown guy?
Yeah, the other brown guy.
Yes, yes.
I get confused for him a lot.
Well, you don't look alike at all, except
we
for the
don't look
brownness.
alike.
But I don't know. Also, we did not talk about this beforehand, but I don't know if he's like a competitor that like you don't want to like talk shit or whatever,
that's like,
or if you.
I don't know him that well.
Yeah,
But
okay.
we've had a few interactions. I met him.
All right,
He's
let's
a
talk
lovely
shit.
guy.
Okay, all right.
No, he's a lovely dude. Like,
Okay, he's a lovely guy.
Also, I don't know enough about him to talk shit about him.
Right, yeah.
If I
But he
knew-
seems very established in that space
He's,
too.
he's really good. He runs a fun
He has a
quiz.
voice as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when he had the kind of a distinctive like kind of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of commanding. I have not seen you do it. Like I have not been to a quiz that you run before.
So the way I tell people my quizzes are quiz runs. Chris, when he does it, I've seen him at Soho House before as well.
Yeah.
Super fun quiz. He has obviously worked really hard to create that structure, and my quizzes are goofy, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't put it. It's wrong to say I don't put in that much effort.
Yeah.
But I try to keep it a little more casual.
Right.
Like we play silly games in the middle of rounds.
Oh, nice.
I've had people come up to me and say, "I'm not coming to your quiz because it's too silly."
Right. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like,
Do you want that
I came
competition?
to win.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
tell people I know shit.
Yes.
And I'll be like, well, you can fuck off then. Do you not like fun? Like,
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
wrong with like making a paper airplane and throwing it, man? If
Yes.
you don't like that, something's wrong with
There's
you.
something wrong. Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna
so we
cut this
make-
clip and to promote your
Yeah.
next quizzes. If you're not fun, you can fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much, man. And we do stuff like, limbo, and I'll make them do planks. And it's just something
Yeah.
to get them out of their seats. And,
Yeah.
Everyone becomes like a child for at least like 5 minutes. And
That's
watching
actually
them is
what
fun.
I really admire. Like what one of the many things that attracted me to stand up as well is that the essence of just like making people laugh, like seeing people giggle.
Yeah.
It's just like you're not really thinking of much when you're
True.
laughing.
True.
You're just thinking of the thing that made you laugh in
Yeah.
this like 5 seconds or whatever.
100%, yeah.
And it's
I
like
don't know
same
if
thing.
you agree as well. At least for me, hosting quiz, when I get the microphone, there's a power.
Oh yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
Like,
For sure.
You must get it a lot. Like,
Yeah.
people fucking heckle you.
Yeah.
Like, you suddenly have locked and loaded. You're ready.
Yeah.
You're so witty suddenly.
Yeah, I mean, comics, that's a very common response from comics who get heckled is like, I have a microphone and you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
yeah.
already like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
you'd be surprised. I get heckled at quiz sometimes.
You do?
Sometimes I'll ask questions. People are like, that's wrong. I'm like, shut up. Oh, shit, I wrote this.
yeah.
Or my usual response is, that was not the answer I was looking for.
Right. Nice.
You might be right.
yeah.
And I'll be like, come talk to me after the quiz. And then very rarely people come up to me and be like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to talk to you about that question. I go, quiz is over, man.
Yeah,
Like, go
exactly.
home, dude.
Just
Don't you have anything better
get
to
another
do?
drink.
So we
But
try
it's
to keep
actually
it fun.
really interesting that we have a lot of overlaps in that
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Because again, you're kind of doing an act in a way.
Yep.
And you have to be you have to have so many skills ready. Like you have to think of your feet. You have to keep it witty and
Yep,
like
yep.
not too serious. You want people to
True.
like you.
Yeah.
And you have to keep talking even though you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like you have to fill air, right?
True. I mean, there are days where you've just had a really shit day,
Yeah.
long day, and you just want to go home and
Yeah.
curl up and cry in the shower. But then you have to
As
host
you
a
do.
quiz for 60 people.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the thing. As soon as I get there, I'll just have a glass of water, go to the bathroom, wash my face.
Yeah.
As soon as that microphone hits my hand,
Yeah.
boom, it's a
Again,
show.
this is something we have in common, and so many comedians. Vivek talked about it at length as well, many
Yeah.
episodes, about how once you're in like show mode,
Yeah.
and honestly, like it's that thing. At least I will speak from personal experience. Like you're just up there, you're trying to do your best with your job, but it also almost 100% of the time fixes my mood.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you can be like,
You feel
had
so
a
much
fight
better.
with whatever,
Yeah.
and you're worrying about your whatever visa or some
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and you go on stage, you're like,
Makes you happy.
it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, with the quizzes, I think, so obviously when I first started, it was only at the Globe. But I think that's something I'm trying to focus on more now. Like that brand is building.
Yeah.
So
We usually do the plugs at the end, but how do people find like how do people book you for quizzes, or how do people find where you are hosting quizzes?
So currently I host at the Globe twice a month. And then I'll do one in Discovery Bay at this place called the Chippy once a month.
We have many listeners in Discovery Bay, so you would know.
Chippy is a great place.
Yeah.
And Craig and Mia, his daughter who owned the Chippy, Craig actually is a regular at the Globe, and he was asking Pat who hosts your quizzes, and then it was just kind of serendipitous,
Yeah.
and it happened. And then after that, I just started hosting a bingo and quiz night at Feeney's.
Cool.
It was super random and funny,
Yeah.
but it was great fun.
Is it like? But that's obviously on the same street as Flaming Franco's.
No, but Feeney's one shy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
so
a
you
different
didn't want to
crowd.
like get too close. to
Yeah.
Flaming
I mean,
Frank.
again, it's like I said, I haven't spoken to Chris
Yeah.
very directly. I'm pretty. He knows I exist.
Right.
He knows I
Is
do
it
quizzes.
is that like really you two are the two main quiz masters in the whole city now?
In terms of numbers, I think yes, because Chris also does the Phoenix and a couple of other places. But my quiz expertise and knowledge actually came in from another friend of mine,
Yeah.
who's also a quiz master. This guy called Mark Swinkles. I call him Swinks affectionately.
Yeah.
He's just one of the most amazing people I've met
Man, I'm thinking now, like, I'm sure Vivek can execute this better than me.
Yeah.
I should get you and Chris on camera, and
Yeah.
we quiz both of you.
That'll be
And we
great.
just have the ultimate
Dude,
quizmaster off.
Here's a little. I think Chris might agree with me.
Yeah.
Quizmasters, people assume they're smart people. We're fucking not. We're just dumb
Yeah,
fucks,
yeah,
man. Like
yeah.
we just Google shit.
Of course.
Write it
I mean,
down.
where else would you get, like, you know, the population of El Salvador?
Who
Like,
the fuck knows that?
No
man?
one knows.
Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, there are a lot of shit like that where people assume we know. I've actually attended a few quizzes, and I've just been like, I have nothing to contribute to this quiz. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
I attended, the ones that do with Flaming Frangos, and, you know, obviously that's the whole point of the quiz.
Yeah.
Is like you get a group and you share knowledge.
True.
Like I can do like a lot of the football stuff, for example.
Yeah.
But then they get into pop culture, and I'm so fucking dumb.
See, that's why I'm good. Maybe we should start a quiz team. You
Yeah.
do sports.
Yes.
I'll do all the pop culture stuff.
But also sports is just football. It's very
Okay. If there's a football quiz, I'm bringing you with me.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
But okay, so Dead Poets
Yeah.
is has started, I think, from my memory, maybe 2 years ago or so.
Yes, a
At-
little
at
over a
its
year
current
and a
location?
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, year and a half. Dead Poets also just went from 0 to 600 very quickly.
It's one of the. I'm not saying this because you're my friend. Like
Yeah.
I don't even like go out that much because stand up and I'm just busy. But like it's whenever I see a friend in the neighborhood, they're usually going to Dead Poets for a late one. That's actually I hear
Yeah.
that a lot. You guys are the late one.
Well, we close
bar.
at 1.
Yeah.
But we're also I'm personally very extremely proud of the place.
Yeah.
And what it's done. It's something. So the idea came from Nikita, who runs the Old Man, and me and him are like mates.
And you were also running the Old Man.
No. I was never directly involved with the Old
Okay.
Man. It was just Nikita. But he had this idea to open a bar called Dead Poets.
Okay.
And all the music we have in common that we listen to, realized they're dead musicians, and he just wanted to create like a community bar.
Okay.
And then after that, Sasha, his best friend, and also someone I've known for a while, for me personally, is like a little F&B legend.
Yeah.
He's worked in a few places. So it just all kind of came together. We worked our asses off and somehow raised the money.
But you also have the sauce guys.
So Sauce, yeah. So
Yeah.
Sean wanted to open up a second location with Sauce.
Yeah.
Uh,
So give people
all
the
the stars
background of
aligned.
what sauce
So
is.
Sauce is a really cool barbershop in Hong Kong. They used to be on Elgin. Unfortunately, they just closed their
Main
first
location. Yeah.
So now they're only at Dead Poets.
So they open during the day. So Dead Poets during the day is a
Yeah.
barber shop.
Yes, yeah, and a coffee shop. We do really good coffee.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Finally, I have a reason to come.
We have good Wi-Fi. We have good coffee.
Okay. Damn, okay.
And it's super chill spot, and
And you allow dogs, obviously.
we're very pet friendly.
Yes.
I personally don't want cats in the bar because I'm highly allergic and I have a phobia of cats.
You told me that only yesterday. I
Yeah.
would have just for the fuck of it, I would have totally. My neighbor upstairs has 3 cats. I would
You
have just
bastard.
dragged one down.
No, please don't.
Just for the rates.
I would be very anxious and sweating the whole time just watching this cat.
That would make me very happy.
No, it wouldn't.
But okay, but okay. So Dead Poets, there is a few things. I have been obviously to the bar many times.
Yeah.
There is a few things that I think are really interesting, especially starting from the industrial kind of feel to especially to the bar area.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
It was basically a collective. Nick basically wanted everything to be very industrial. That's one of his initial concepts we gave to the designer. The designer who basically designed the place and came up with all of that, he added a bunch of few touches.
Yeah.
My input was I need a pop of green somewhere in the bar.
Okay.
So what we did is for the toilet doors, we just put green.
Right.
laminate.
Just to
And
make you happy.
a very specific green.
Yeah.
I searched the Pantone and
Yeah.
he showed me a bunch of colors.
What's
I'm like,
why did you like that green?
I know it's one
particularly?
of my favorite colors.
Actually,
I just
I might relay that to maybe your Muslim upbringing. There's a lot of
I
green.
just don't do that shit, man.
Yeah, I think it
I
might
don't
be.
think so. I don't know. It's just the way I think about it is it's just very common.
So a lot of mosques and stuff have
No,
green.
fuck that. Fuck that shit.
I'm really
Absolutely
trying.
not. You're trying. You're pushing
Yeah.
it, man.
Okay,
No,
fine.
it's just
Yeah.
design. I mean, we obviously all worked very hard on how the place should look and
Yeah.
how to organize it. I remember initially when we were planning and designing the place, Nick, Sasha, and I, the designer basically gave us a huge piece of paper and said, draw the bar by scale.
Right.
So we went to the Globe and laid out the sheet on the floor and drew the bar at scale.
That's amazing.
On the floor.
Yeah.
And all the staff of the Globe were walking around thinking, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's like, we're designing our bar.
Yeah. It's just like, it looks like a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
Or like guys who are just like on something. They're like, we're designing our little bar.
It was, that's why I said it went from 0 to 600 very quickly.
Yeah.
And at the time, we obviously didn't have any staff, so it was just Sasha, Nick, and myself.
Yeah.
All three of us were, I think, doing 18, 19-hour days for
Wow.
like at least a couple of weeks. We had planned when we'd do our grand opening, but we didn't have our liquor license yet.
Yep. Story, a very common story.
Yeah, but we'd also invited this special guest to come and do our grand opening.
Yeah.
It was a pretty big deal. He was in Hong Kong.
Is a guest bartender?
Yeah, so this guy called Dan Nevsky, he's quite an influential figure in the scene, or globally. He's quite well known, and he turns out to be really good friends with Nick, and he said, yeah, of course, I'll come to your opening. So everything was prepped, and December 7th, we decided even if we don't get our liquor license, we'll just do a private party.
Sure, yeah.
We'll close it. December 6th, 5 p.m., we got our liquor license.
Amazing.
The stars aligned. Like, things were happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, the burnout just real. It was very exhausting.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So both Nick and I would go and do our day jobs, and he's still running the old man.
Oh my God.
I'd go to the office, and then in the evening
and
go
you
to the
actually
bar,
physically a lot of the times have to be in the office or go out and meet clients and stuff.
on and off.
Yeah.
But most of it is quite like moving around the city, meeting people. And
Yeah,
stuff
so
like
you're
that.
not really like quote unquote working from home where you can be
No,
at
you can't,
Dead
it's quite-
Poets and do your other job.
It's more face to face, right?
Yes, exactly.
If I could, I'd invite all these managers to come to my house and hang out with me so I can talk to them. But
Yeah.
I have to go to them.
That's that's a struggle, and it's also
It was quite-
it's
quite
a lot
hectic.
of juggling, right?
Yeah, and that's why I think at a point I realized I needed a break.
That's where we are now. Where you basically
where we
had
are
just
now.
I don't know if this is public information.
Yeah,
So you have just left the.
Well, it depends when this episode comes out.
Well, it comes out from the time of recording. It comes out in 1 to 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've just given in my notice.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's
my last day at work will be May 31st.
Okay.
It's a little bit bittersweet.
Yeah.
I've been with Hong Kong Beer Co. 5 years.
Yeah, it's a long time, and I'm sure you have
During
you have
COVID.
contributed to many people getting drunk during COVID, especially.
I always joke that my job is to get people drunk, and I'm very good at my job.
Yes.
On both sides, when I'm in Dead Poets, I try to get everyone to drink because money. And then on the beer side, I just want to make sure people are drinking good beer.
Yeah. Dead Poets is mostly cocktails, yeah?
Mostly cocktails. We also
Yeah.
do wine, and now we're doing a lot of collabs with beer companies. We try to...
Obviously, you have your own network from the many years.
That's still there. We try to keep changing as much as possible. So try not to like fixate on one thing and become one bar.
This is where I'll turn it a little bit into, a classic journalist in a way where I can ask something that I don't know anything about, but a lot of people listening would do. So tell me about like the design that goes into like the cocktails. Like how do you make that?
Okay.
Something I know nothing about, but a lot of listeners would be interested.
I know nothing about it either. So I learned everything about cocktails after opening Dead Poets.
Really? Because you're a beer guy.
I'm a beer guy.
Yeah.
I had no prior knowledge. I drink cocktails.
Yes.
I can tell you what's in it.
Yeah.
But before Dead Poets, I had no idea.
Because again, I had many friends. I had a friend from Canada like 6-7 months ago, and she knew about Dead Poets just by like she looked something up or whatever.
Okay.
And it was like obviously next to my house. I went down and met her, and she was like, "These drinks are amazing." I'm not saying this to like
that makes
promote
me
anything,
feel so
but she
nice.
came from Canada, found this bar somehow. Someone told her about it, but she was like blown away.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love
So,
that. Yeah.
which is actually why I'm asking, like, how does that?
So, in terms of how we do our cocktails, Nick's basically the brainchild behind all of it. He is as we call him, the maestro. So he'll have an idea. So basically, our menu is based on dead celebrities. Our first iteration was all musicians. So we had Jim Morrison, we had Janis Joplin, and John Lennon. Nick did a lot of research on these musicians to see what they like drinking, what their lives are like.
So the philosophy is dead musicians' favorite drinks.
In a way.
Or like
inspired
based,
by them.
inspired.
For example, Jim Morrison was an old-fashioned. It was a mint old-fashioned, and we called it the whiskey bar. Right? So stuff like that. And then the next version we did was all actors and actresses. So try to make it very cinematic, Oscar-themed.
Are we doing comedians at some point? Because I can help you with that.
We did have a few comedians on the list. We had Robin Williams. I mean, obviously he's Robin Williams.
Yes.
Comedians are in the cards.
Yeah.
We are thinking about it. If I did, I constantly have a running list of different people that I want to put on the menu.
Yeah.
Mitch Hedberg is on there.
That's exactly, that was going to be my number one guy. I mean, if you want to have heroin on the menu, that's definitely, it's perfect.
I don't think I can get away with it.
Maybe call it the heroin and make it a drink.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
That's no.
And every
Also,
time
it might be a little dark given that this is what killed him. So maybe
it's
not.
true.
Yeah.
And I
He
think
would appreciate it though,
he
for sure.
would love it. He would love it. And every time we serve the drink, there's a one-liner with it.
Oh, that's a great idea, honestly.
I want to eat rice when I'm really hungry because I can eat 1,000 of something.
If I want to eat 2,000 of something.
That's a classic Mitch Hedberg joke. It's one of my
Mitch
favorite
Hedberg.
jokes.
If you guys don't know Mitch Hedberg, please just stop this. Mitch Hedberg is more interesting than this. Just go find him.
Man. It's goofy.
Yeah,
I love that.
exactly. It's goofy. It's like it's just for that simple pleasures. Like I'm trying to make you laugh. It's just like there is nothing behind it.
True.
There is also Lenny Bruce, obviously, classic.
Of course.
Rodney Dangerfield is another one that I really.
Dangerfield, I think, would be he's very audiovisual. I think his face looks funny, so people laugh at his face. But I put George Carlin on it.
Nice.
And it'd just be a shot of fucking whiskey. That's it.
Yeah.
Here's your cocktail. This is George
Exactly.
Carlin.
Yeah, that's the George Carlin. Exactly. No
How much
bullshit.
is it? I don't care. You pay what you want.
Exactly.
That would be the George
Just take your
Carlin.
fucking drink.
Shut the fuck up and go home.
Just stop being a pussy.
Yeah, just abuse people when they order something.
Since you run you kind of are the boss there.
Yeah. I would never call myself the boss.
Well, but I guess technically or
co-founder
legally,
or maybe one of the owners. Sure.
Yeah, one of the owners. Like, do you feel, because Dead Poets again is quite a popular bar, especially in the central area. Do you feel the responsibility to like kind of like live up to that? Like, I need to keep it fresh. I need to like put out a face, as you said. Like, even when you don't feel like it, do you feel that pressure?
A little bit. Sometimes when we do events, or I have a lot of my friends who go to Dead Poets and say, "Oh, I'm being a big group." And if I'm busy, obviously I can't be there. But sometimes they're like, "Oh, it'll be great if you're there."
Yeah.
Then that pressure is always with you. It's like, "Oh, I know this is someone important for me.
Yeah.
I really want to go and make sure they're having a good time." But it's also like the kind of people we have working at Dead Poets. So you would trust them so much.
Yeah.
To know, even if I'm not there, or even if Sasha's not there, Nick's not there, like it's going to be the same.
Yeah.
The only difference is we'll obviously drink with them.
Yeah, of course.
But I think that's the good part about the kind of people we have and who we work with. The team's so good that we just leave them alone to do their jobs, and
which is obviously they're really good at as well.
They're really good at it. I mean, we have.
So you don't need to micromanage anybody. You're just like when you go, you're just hanging out as well.
I think it's quite the opposite. I personally think the hardest person working in any team should be either the owners or whoever the bosses are. It just automatically fills in. Like if you work hard enough, like everyone else will follow. If you start being lazy and ordering people around, no one's going to do shit.
Yeah, on that note, and this is completely out of context, but to your point, when we moved these shows that we did this week for Jiao Ying Summers, we moved them to Soho House. Long story, but one of the most impressive things I've seen is Sharon, who's the GM of Soho House, who I've never met before. I used to work with Anna, her assistant GM, and Anna's on maternity leave. So Sharon kind of like, took over my shows. But for both nights when the shows were, Sharon was behind the bar. If you actually don't know who Sharon is, you would think she's a bar back.
Yeah.
And she was just like, she wasn't like being a manager looking. I've seen people ask for like extra salt on their popcorn. And she's like, okay, She's just like doing everything herself. Yeah. And it's exactly to your point, like, oh, that's the hardest working person here is that GM. And if you don't know who she is, you just think she's bar staff.
True. There's a bunch of people in Hong Kong I know that way, where they don't have any airs about them. They just want to get the job done. They just want to make sure people are having a good time.
Yeah.
And it's because of that a lot of these places are successful.
Yes.
I don't want to name a lot of names now, otherwise it'll just become
if you're saying something good, go ahead.
I'll go back to like Pat, right? Like Pat's like been in the industry for so long, and I remember one instance a couple of weeks ago. I was sitting and talking to him, and he was off. He was about to go home. Yeah. And I think next to me, someone ordered something, and Pat was distracted, and he kept looking behind me, and he said, "Excuse me, I'll be back." he went to this guy, picked up his glass and said, "I'm really sorry, I refilled that for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't look right to me." And
Yeah.
he picked up the beer wasn't right just by looking at it.
Yeah.
Came back and poured him a fresh pint and gave it back to him. Like,
Amazing.
that kind of detail is something you if you see it happening,
Yeah.
you go, I want to do that, you know? Like,
I want to do that. That should be the standard.
that should
and
be the standard.
Yeah,
Like,
you want to
no-
surround yourself by people who hold themselves up to that standard
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Because
100%.
in whether it's in your industry or food or entertainment,
Yeah.
it's so easy to also show up and just do whatever.
Yep.
And some people would show up, like an audience or someone who is coming to eat or drink, they will show up, like not for them to come after me, but Bar Pacific is a good example. I know
Yeah,
they're like,
yeah.
you know, whatever gang owned, whatever bullshit.
yeah.
But like Bar Pacific is that. Like there is
Yeah.
no fucking standard.
True. Yeah.
It's just like,
I'll,
you know,
I'll tell you something about Bar Pacific.
Yeah.
The one opposite Soho House.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
it's really
The
good.
place is amazing,
It's really
dude.
good.
And mainly because of the staff who work there. They're
The staff,
super
they
fun.
should, but they also take like random breaks in the middle and do KTV, like do karaoke on their own karaoke thing.
Yeah, go play darts. Like smoking indoors.
It's fucking
There should be a group of old Chinese uncles sitting
Yeah.
in the back clapping for you when you hit a bullseye.
No, honestly,
Why not?
yeah, but that's actually almost part of its charm.
Yeah,
is
yeah.
that? But you know, when you're talking about this, the standard of service,
Yeah.
it doesn't it doesn't exist, right?
True, true.
You know?
I think that's important.
Yeah.
Hong Kong is a good example of that. The level of hospitality in Hong Kong, I haven't seen in a lot of places. Right?
Yeah.
That stuff is always there. And once you go in, becoming a regular only takes you 2-3 visits.
Yes.
Like, you go 3 times the same bar, they'll know you.
Yep.
And they'll treat you like a regular, like, hey, we've got something special for you. Here's a shot with us, or
Yeah.
anything, right? That welcoming people in I think is very Hong Kong in a way.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of bars do that.
Well, it's also because, you know, even if you're looking at it purely from business perspective, you have
Yeah.
you have to stand out. There's a lot
True.
of good products and there's a lot
Yeah,
of good,
100%,
you know,
yeah.
like my buddy Sherbel, who runs Beirut Bistro with three other brothers, he was a guest on the podcast. If you're listening to this and you haven't listened to Sherbel's episode, just search Beirut on our search thing and you'll find the episode. Fascinating guy.
Yeah.
His particular skill is that if you have been there one time at 4 a.m. for 5 minutes and he told Sherbel anything about you,
Yeah.
and
He's
you
gonna
come
remember
back
it.
6
Yeah.
years later, he was like, "Oh, you moved to Vegas.
Yeah,
How is
yeah.
that going?"
That man's got a memory, dude.
He got an insane
Yeah,
memory, but it's
yeah.
that personal thing. It's like you're not just another customer.
Yeah. And it just makes you feel like you're a part of that community. Right?
Yes.
And, obviously, for us at Depots, we get a lot of industry people come through for
Yeah.
a beer or just like hang out. Just in our vicinity, just in Soho, there's so many different bars.
Yeah.
We all hang out at each other's bars.
I was going to ask you about
Yeah.
this because, again, all my references are pretty much comedy. So for us, it's so small that it's like impossible to have like territorial competition. Like, let's say
Yeah.
Jason Strickland, who's is a
Yeah.
common friend between the two of us. If Jason and I are producing different shows and like we're like, oh, if you work with Jason, you can't work with me, we're both going to die.
Right.
It's just like, it's goofy.
Do venues do that?
To some extent when it comes to headliners. The
Oh,
reason
right, right,
being,
right. Okay.
like if I am bringing in this headliner and I'm taking the risk on them basically,
Yeah.
and then someone else just booked them, that's silly.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
just
true,
bad
that makes
business,
sense. Yeah.
right? But I'm talking about the local roster. Like with Jason and I have to be friends, even if
Yeah.
deep down we don't want
I
to,
mean,
right?
There's a handful of comics in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's still a very, like, at least what I've noticed, it's a quite tight knit community.
Yes.
And when you guys do shows, everyone's on the show.
Of course, because there is like of the working comics. I mean, I can name them. Like
Yeah.
of the working comics that are like regular,
Yeah.
good, reliable. They're like I think less than 15.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's a crazy
Yeah.
small number. But going back to what you were saying, like you all hang out at each other's bars.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you feel like it's more like a healthy competition thing
Yeah.
when you're like, yeah, okay. So
It really is. And also the amount of support you get from the industry is insane. Right?
yeah,
Even when we first opened as well, the first ever event or guest shift that we did was honky tonks. Like,
yeah,
so Jake and Edgar, they were like, dude, we want to do the first event. At
Yeah.
Deadpool. It's like that kind of support, you know,
Yeah.
like good food and we're always there. Right? So we all hang out.
How do you guys, this is where maybe we'll go into a little bit of a riskier questions.
Yeah.
How do you guys push back on the bigger companies, bigger dogs in the market? Because you guys are
Yeah.
basically independent,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
How do you, you know?
Actually, Nick and I have spoken about this before. Is just we always go, just put your head down and do the work. Like,
Yeah.
that's how we do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we try not to get too bothered by what's going around. Obviously, there's a lot of things that go on in the industry. Stuff like, why are you not part of this, let's say, awards, or why are you not part of, like, we don't care, man. We're pretty happy where we are.
Yeah.
And if you've been to Dead Poets, you'll know it's just, I think it's the same approach when I do quizzes. It's just casual enough.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't feel like a fancy cocktail bar where you have to drink a certain way.
Yes.
We're pretty relaxed and...
Yeah, you don't have to, like, if you bring a date and you don't have to, like, oh, I brought you here to impress you. It's like, I brought you here to see who you really are.
Yeah, exactly. We get a lot of people who come in on dates.
Which is really cool because, this is not a pretentious place. Just be yourself and we'll see, like, if we get along.
And it's affordable, right? Like, one of the main things that I think all three of us had in mind is, because we used to go out drinking a lot.
Yeah.
So we'd go have beers, and sometimes we'll feel like a wine, sometimes we want a cocktail. And I kept thinking, in at least in Soho and Hong Kong, there's no place where I can go have a good beer.
Yeah.
There's no place where I can.
Well, I will push back on that. Craftissimo.
Craftissimo.
Yes.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, I can go to Craftissimo, but what if I want to have a cocktail?
That's true. There is.
Right? Or a glass of wine. I can't do that at
hard.
Craftissimo.
That's really hard. Yes. Yeah, I agree.
So that was the idea with Dead Poets, saying, like, we'll have everything for everyone. So,
yes.
Hey, you want a beer?
And it is affordable. I would have to say, for, like,
everything's
a nice
$100,
looking,
less than $100.
That's actually pretty crazy.
We try to keep that, and obviously on business side, we know what we're doing. Yeah. A lot of people, when we first opened, they were like,
"Are you sure about this?
What are you guys talking about? Like, are you sure?" I'm like, "Yeah." But we're like, no, we know what we're doing. Yeah, it's okay. But that doesn't mean we skim on ingredients or shit, right? Like, everything's still top-notch, high quality. Yeah. But we just know the way we do it will make us money. Yeah. Plus, we're lucky enough that we have people in the industry and the community that back up the place with events, right? Yes. We do one guest shift a month where we invite someone from outside of Hong Kong to come really cool. The bar. Yeah. So people obviously you'll have the show in the show notes, you will have the Instagram for Dead Poets and everything else you give me. I'll just put in the description. But on Aberdeen Street so going back to the quiz, because I also find that fascinating. So you now have like no more beer, let's say, after a month or so. Yeah. So how do you want to structure your life after that? That's given that you have been doing like beer for the last 5 years, and now you are a quizmaster, which is also at night mostly, almost all the time. Yeah. And at night you're also needed at Dead Poets, but then you have that dead air during the day. Yeah. How are you gonna reconfigure all of this? It's a very good question. It's something I haven't thought about yet. Well, let's think about it together. I'm still figuring it out. Like I said, it's still pretty fresh. But what I want to do is take a break, take a sabbatical for a bit. I want to go back to India. My sister is having a baby. Oh, nice. Congrats. June. Thank you. So I'm going to be an uncle. Yeah. Which still hasn't hit me yet. Yeah. But I want to go and just spend some time with her first in June and then maybe travel a bit in July. Yeah. And now that I don't have to apply for annual leave, I have the freedom to travel a little bit. So I want to do that before I come back and decide what I want to do next. But you're pretty set on at least these two paths, which is Dead Poets and its development, and also being the quiz. So the quiz is something I'm trying to obviously build on and do more. I'm going to start doing a new venue next month. Yeah. It'll be in Saipo and Crushed Wines. They just asked me to host their quiz as well. Yes, that's Steve. Oh no, Crushed Wines. Oh no, I was thinking of there is another bar that is. Oh, that's Primal. Yeah, Primal. Primal is a great bar, man. Yes. I love Steve. I was just thinking of that. Yes. What a fucking legend. Yeah, Steve, another legend in Hong Kong. Yeah, you should get him on. I will get him on. He's out of his mind in a great way. He's great, but also one of the nicest people I've met. Absolutely. I've only interacted with him a few times, but the first time I went to Primal. Through a colleague of mine, he was passing by and he said, "Dude, I found this really cool hole in the wall. It's a great bar. They haven't opened yet. We should go there." And we went there and just sat there till closing. And then I went back the same week. Yeah. And two of my friends showed up and we just sat there again. So I know him from Chaotic Hong Kong Expats because he's very active on there, Steve Keys. And he just posts like the most random shit or comments or whatever. And when he opened the bar, we all showed up and held a couple of events there as well. And he's like such an interesting guy. Yeah, he is, yeah. But he's got really good taste. He's got a good palate. Oh, yeah.
He can speak for himself. I feel like he opened the bar as like a neighborhood kind of bar, but he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
like, oh, you can just grab an Asahi here.
No.
Like
He's got
actually,
good-
we ate food. The food
Yeah.
was excellent.
Yeah.
The drinks, like he thought of everything.
Yeah.
So
No,
it's not,
he's a great guy. I definitely like hang out there more now that I have more free time.
So if you're in Saigon or even if you're not, go to Primal Booze and Feed is the full
that's
name.
What it's called, yeah.
Yes.
And right next to it is Crushed. It's
Right
a
next
wine
to
bar.
exactly. There you go. So Crushed, actually, my friend Kat works there.
Yeah, Kat is the reason why I got the quiz.
There you go. We all know each. This is now just
This
like
is Hong Kong, man.
Yes.
We all know each other.
Yes. So Kat Lang, shout out.
Yeah.
She works at Crust as well.
She
So
works
you
at
were
Crust.
saying that you're adding the quiz. She's the one who brought you in.
It was her idea. I think as a team they were discussing doing events at
Yeah.
Crushed, and quiz was one of the things that came up. And obviously, Kat messaged me and said, "Hey, I want you to do this quiz.
Yeah.
Ready? What dates do you have?" And it was just that, like, no initial thing. She was like, "You're doing the quiz. That's it. Like, here's the date." So I had a meeting with them last week. and
Yeah.
Again, they've known my quizzes, and they said they want to bring that to Crush and a little bit smaller, which
Yeah.
I'm very excited about. So there are a few more places I'm in talks with to kind of do quizzes.
Yeah.
But I'll have to do 30 quizzes.
Well,
a
that's actually
month.
where I want to bring you into my word a little bit because
Yeah.
I know you enough to know that I don't really think you know what you're signing up for.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I really don't think so because forget about that post for a second. Like it's, successful in its own, whatever. You're now the big boss. You're just looking at the numbers and making money, whatever, right? Put that aside. You are signing up to be a full-time entertainer
Yes.
in a way, or a performer.
Yeah.
And if you're doing it at this scale, you're actually doing it more than most of the stand-up comedians working in Hong Kong.
This is true. Yeah.
It's a very grueling job. You're basically becoming, like a bit of a touring act inside the city.
Pretty much, yeah. So
And-
if I do add, I think, these two more venues, I'll essentially be doing 7 quizzes a month.
It's a lot of prep, my friend.
It's a lot. And again, like each venue has to be a different quiz.
Yeah.
Because
you want people-
The demographics are quite different.
Yes.
The Globe is something I take a lot of liberties with because Pat allows
because they're
me
your
to do it.
friends. Yeah.
But I've been doing it for the past 4 years at the Globe, so it's like he knows my format. and
Yes.
He knows I'm
Tell me about some of the more wacko things you have executed there.
We've done limbo ones. I think after round 3 or 4, I did a bunch of serious rounds. I did history and geography, and then suddenly I go, for 3 points, come and do limbo. Whoever wins. Like, everyone's so confused, and they're like, what the fuck is he on about? And I go, it's 3 points, man. You want to do it or not?
Yeah.
And you'll see a bunch of very serious quizzers get up and actually come and do limbo.
Lovely.
And
I
it's
love
fun,
that.
and they loosen up a bit,
Of course.
They give out shots, and we...
That's the whole point. Almost all of them, even if they are working in whatever industry, no one, again, as we said, no one in Hong Kong is not working hard. Otherwise, you're not going to be here.
I mean, that's the point, right?
You will not
Why
survive.
would you want to go sit at a pub and just be really quiet and write shit down? Like
Exactly.
You want to hang out with your friends. You want to talk. You want to drink. And
You hear that, Chris? Okay.
no. This is not. I don't know why we're bashing Chris.
It's just me talking shit.
I do want to go meet him and be like, hey man, I just want to give you a heads up. This episode's gonna come out. He made me do it. There's no video here.
It's
He has
just
a
me
gun.
stirring shit up.
He's
Yeah.
holding a gun. Man.
Yes, exactly.
No, but I
Yes, you're right.
it has to be a lot more interactive, right?
Yes.
Like I've been to so many quizzes where it's just like this really tired old man is reading out questions.
I was gonna say, actually, this is not even a joke.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, because we do open mic sometimes at Bar 109, and
Yeah.
across the street there's Churchill's,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you run those quizzes. Is that? I don't even know
Yeah,
who runs it anymore, but it's just
that-
like an old guy.
But I think with Churchill's, it's aimed for a demographic.
I understand.
It's aimed for serious British old.
yeah,
pensioners.
yeah, and
Yeah.
for them there's nothing wrong. But like, to your point, it's exactly that. It's not like, just going through the motions. It's like old
Yeah.
British guys. Like, maybe it works
true.
for them, but it's just kind of boring.
Yeah, I mean, like you said earlier as well, with the people in the audience, or at least in quiz with the teams, like you make it accessible enough where they can talk to you.
Yes.
Like it's not like shut the fuck up and listen.
Yeah.
So I talk to people at times, and I'll make them sing songs and make them do bird noises and shit like that in the middle.
Okay, your quizzes sound super fun.
They are, yeah.
To wrap this up, tell people, well, first where you're doing the quizzes that are confirmed now, or on
Okay.
any calendar, any month.
So the Globe would be the first and third Tuesday of the month, and then once a month at the Chippy, Discovery Bay, Dates vary, but it's usually on a Wednesday. And then Thursday once a month at Feeney's, which is a bingo and quiz night. I call it quiz night, but it's people shouting answers at me and then I'm throwing shots at them. It's a lot looser at the Feeney's.
Okay.
Plus
And that's
it's
Feeney's
bingo.
one chai. Yes.
Yeah, Feeney's one chai.
Yeah. Yeah, it's bingo. It's not even like, it's like,
Yeah, it's bingo.
it's basically like old folks' home games, but in like a super fun way.
But it's a boozy bingo. So
It's a
everyone
boozy
gets
bingo.
fucked up.
Yes, yeah.
So I do that, and it's super fun. I love working with the Feeney's guys, and starting May I'll be quizmaster at Crushed once a month on Wednesdays as well.
Nice.
Plus adding a few more.
And then Dead Poets is obviously the main stable thing. There's always something going on here as well.
Is this the part of the episode where I do all my plugs?
Yes.
Shout out to my mom.
Yeah, exactly. You hear that, Mom? I'm on TV.
I made it, Mom.
I made it, Mom.
I'm
on
on
radio.
Spotify.
This is actually
At my neighbor's house.
yes, at your neighbor's house where you can get your own Wi-Fi here.
That's true. Yeah, so Dead Poets, we're open every day. We never close.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Not even like Monday night off, nothing.
We're open Christmas, New Year's Day, Chinese New Year.
I love this.
We only close when we need a team break.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we're open
When the whole team
every day.
When the whole team quits, and you're like, all right, well, I guess we need
Everyone
to
needs a
close."
break. I think the
Please,
last time we
guys.
closed, did a team Phuket trip, so we were closed for 3 days.
Oh, that's awesome.
So the team, I didn't go because my passport expired. That's another story.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to the. You don't know.
Yeah.
I hope I told you, but there is Patreon after this for 15.
Dude, 100%, yeah.
So we're gonna be a bit more looser with the Patreon. So just so you know, listeners know that the Patreon you can't download it. It's just people who are subscribed to the Patreon they can listen, and that's
So I
where
can talk shit about Chris. And
that's exactly what we're going to do. It's gonna be 15. We heard
Chris,
that, Chris?
if you're listening,
Yes.
I'm sorry, dude. Like
You have to pay $5 a month to listen to your own bashing on Patreon that is about to happen.
No, absolutely not.
No, but I will get the more like.
Okay.
Actually, what I do want to ask you about the page, like on the Patreon, seriously, is a bit more of on the politics of the F&B industry.
Yeah.
Because that's something I'm also personally interested in.
Yeah.
And it's stuff that even if you want to drop names or whatever, we can do that on the Patreon.
Okay.
And for our listeners, you know the drill, patreon.com/ohopod, $5 a month. And you can get a little bit more of the uncensored version. Plus, as I said in the beginning of the episode, you'll also get my own uncensored version of the shenanigans over this past week's shows. Eshan, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you,
man.
Mo. This was lovely.
This was pretty overdue, but I'm glad we finally.
It's only taken us 3 years to do this.
Yeah, but everyone go to Dead Poets on Aberdeen Street. All the plugs that Eshan did with the quiz. Actually, I'm gonna tell you right now on record that I was also interested in working with you and bringing it to Base Hall.
Yes,
where we
absolutely,
we can do that together with basically stand up and quiz in a format where we can actually get our stand up audience
There we
out
go.
because people can eat at Base Hall. You can just bring their own. Obviously, it's a food court.
Yeah.
And then we have our own bar and stuff. So. It'll be
Fuck yeah,
super
man.
cool. So stay tuned for that as well. We'll be collaborating with Eshan. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Live stand-up shows are back, from the 3rd or the 10th of May, and we're about to do the Patreon. So stay tuned and thank you for listening. We'll see you next week.